Sports Entertained is recorded live at twitch.tv/baldyandthebeast. Come check us out every Tuesday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and watch the matches right along with us. Muting us. Are we good?
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Brunt,
I'm Willem.
and we are Baldy and the Beast. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Sports Entertained. What are we doing today, Willem?
Today we are watching AJ Styles versus John Cena, Part 3, the finale from Royal Rumble 2017 for the
Ah,
WWE title.
very exciting stuff.
Yes.
I so do you know who we're going to be calling? We're going to have special guests on our podcast this week, Willem. See
What?
me just botch my headphone cord out of there.
Yeah. Ahoy,
You know who
Elijah.
our you know who our special guests are going to be?
No, who our special guest going to be?
Levesque Hickenbottom, meet me at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas
What?
on January 29th in 2017. I was referencing, did you ever see it was in TNA, was when Billy Gunn and Road Dogg were in TNA. They were doing their thing called VKM, Voodoo King Mafia,
No.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
No.
Um,
It sounds
and
like something they would do, though.
the angle that they cut was it was them at the Alamo with like the racist stereotypical Mexican like multicolored shirt and the
Like
hats.
the poncho and the sombrero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just them cutting a promo and they're challenging Triple H and Shawn Michaels to a fight at the Alamo. But they call them Levesque and Hickenbottom.
Even though, like, we all know it wouldn't happen because it's fucking TNA in the, like, mid 2000s.
I'm pretty sure it still popped the marks.
Well, yeah.
But I've heard that. I love that clip. It's hilarious. You need to
Yeah.
watch it.
I've
But
not watched it.
anyways,
I was very confused. I was like, what? We got guests? Like,
I
you
thought
should.
you were gonna get that the quote.
No, you should have. I was sitting here like, dude, you should have brought this up to me beforehand.
Well, I
Like,
was thinking about it, but I was like, this is a good joke.
we,
He'll
we
get it.
were we were talking for like 20 minutes before the whole thing started. Like, you weren't gonna bring this up.
And I always run my jokes by you. The one time I didn't is the one time I should have.
I mean, it's
Oh,
fine. Like, it's a surprise. Surprise.
surprise joke.
Yeah.
Moving on. There were 52,020 people in the arena that night who were not surprise joking.
Yeah.
Leading up to this is after AJ Styles won at SummerSlam, he re-entered the world title picture and received the shot at the belt versus Dean Ambrose,
Yes.
which AJ turned into his very first WWE title run.
Yes.
He then had a rematch against Ambrose on an episode of SmackDown. Cena came out and actually helped Styles to win that match, which led to a triple threat at No Mercy.
Wasn't
Styles.
wasn't Ellsworth involved in that in some way, shape, or form?
He might have been involved in that, but Ellsworth is going to come up here in just a moment.
Okay.
So after that triple threat No Mercy that AJ Styles won by pinning John Cena, Styles won he was on the SmackDown Survivor Series team, and then jumping ahead, TLC, AJ faced Dean Ambrose in a TLC match where Dean lost because Ellsworth
Oh
came
yeah, that's
down,
it.
pushed Dean off the ladder, pushed Dean through some tables, and that ended the Styles. I almost said Moxley. The Styles Ambrose feud. So then they needed a new feud, bring back Cena, do match 3, but this time for the strap.
Yeah.
So then Cena returned. They had a contract signing, which was interrupted by the one, the only Baron Corbin.
Oh yeah.
He claimed that he was going to win the 2017 Royal Rumble and win the title shot against one of them at WrestleMania. Kind of to bury Corbin. The next week, Cena beat him in a match. And then the week after, AJ faced The Miz with John Cena on commentary. It ended the same way it always does. It went no contest after Styles attacked Cena.
Yeah.
But in the ensuing brawl, Cena got the better of the conflict, and he gave 2 AAs, one to the AJ and one to The Miz.
Yes.
So that's how we got to where we are.
I remember my favorite part of that whole thing. One of my favorite parts, was when, like, immediately after, because, like, for a little while there, Dean Ambrose and James Ellsworth, they were like little buddies. They were kind of hanging out and shit. Like, Ambrose is trying to get Ellsworth over a little bit. And then when he came out and pushed him off the ladder and made him lose the match, the next night on Raw, or it was either Raw or SmackDown, whenever it was.
I think it was
Um,
SmackDown.
yeah. Um, Ellsworth came out to talk to AJ Styles, and then like Dean Ambrose came down to the ring, just fucking stormed his way down to the ring, and you could just see like Ellsworth was just like pointing, like, go ahead, attack AJ, you can do it, go ahead. And then Ambrose just like slides into the ring, drops Ellsworth with the dirty deeds, and rolls out and just walks away, and AJ just cracks the fuck up laughing all over. It's
I
one
might
of
have
my
to go back
favorite
and watch that.
it's one of my favorite parts of the whole thing.
I don't remember that. I might have to go watch that.
Yeah.
Alrighty. But let's go ahead and for all of you watching along at home, we are at 137.06 on the network. If you don't want to get it spoiled, don't look at the
Don't look at the tags.
don't look at the tags after the one you're gonna click because it will spoil it for you. But let's run down the match real quick, or the card,
Yes.
real quick. They opened in what I think is a pretty darned good opener. I feel like I've been saying that a lot lately. Bayley versus Charlotte Flair for the Raw Women's title.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens for the Universal title came next. And it looks like, me, there's a shark cage in the background.
Yeah, that was the one with Jericho in a shark cage suspended above the ring.
This was the time they had this weird 6-month period where they got super obsessed with shark cages.
Yeah, because there were like 4 of them real quick succession.
Yep, and then they stopped.
Yeah, they've never brought them back up.
And I've never really liked the shark cage match. I don't think it. I don't, because the guy who's always suspended above the ring always ends up helping the other guy cheat anyways.
Yeah.
The only time I like it is the time they ribbed Enzo because Enzo's scared of heights.
Yeah, that's funny.
But next up we had Neville versus Rich Swann for the Cruiserweight title, which probably was not given enough time.
It was not given enough time, but it was a really fun match. I remember seeing that.
Then we have our match, John Cena, AJ for the WWE title. And because it's a Rumble, that's the last match. It's not a lot of matches on the card because the Rumble generally takes up a lot of time.
Yeah, I remember the Rumble this particular year was incredibly hyped up because this was peak Bullet Club, like peak popularity for this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, like Kenny and the Bucks, they hadn't re-signed with Ring of Honor yet. So everybody was expecting somebody to come out at the end. Yep. And even if they weren't coming out at the end, people were just like, oh shit, Samoa Joe is going to enter in number 30 in the Royal Rumble. It was a Samoan Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody got pissed about it. Like, you felt the air get sucked out of the room the second fucking Roman entered at 30.
I remember watching this and texting a friend of mine and just being like, oh, okay, well, they've got this many spots left. They have room for this many surprises. We're going to have, something cool is going to happen. And then spots just kept dwindling down, and it's just me and my friend texting back and forth, slowly losing hope that anything good is going to happen.
Yeah, I know.
With the grand culmination of Samoan Joe, excuse me.
A Samoan Joe.
Yeah, of Samoan Joe coming out at the very end, and just we shit on the rest of the Rumble.
It's just funny because it's like, we want Samoa Joe. We want him at number 30. You want Samoan Joe? Well, here's a Samoan Joe.
Yes, a Samoan Joe.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into this. This is going to be a good one.
It's a lot of fun.
Go ahead. Sorry. No, I was going to count down. Go ahead.
I was just going to say give everybody about 10 seconds to pull it up, and then we can go ahead and start it. Once again, it's at 1 hour, 37 minutes, and 6 seconds.
In 5, 4, 3, 2. You know what, though? I didn't hate it then. I don't hate it now.
It was a really good match. That was really good.
And we're past the days of Super Cena. And to where I want him to get one more win.
Yeah,
Even though I know it doesn't mean anything because Ric Flair actually had way more than 16,
right,
and that's just WWE revisionist history. But just give him the WWE record for Christ's sakes.
right.
All right.
There it is.
Was there an angle after this?
I don't think so. I think this was just the end of it. Although it's kind
Uh,
of funny if you watch him. He's got this really kind of fun, like the look on his face is like, "Yep, you knew it was going to happen."
yeah. He kind of had that look on his face when he did the top rope AA.
Yep. But no, shout outs to that guy in the front row who had the Rock Band shirt on.
Oh, I see it. Yep. Oh, got him.
And there it is. Well, Kitty Cat, what are you doing?
Well,
What are you doing?
all right. Willem,
Yes.
I have the most important question of the whole night for you.
What is your question?
How many Willems out of 5 do you give this match?
I am going to give that match a solid 4.5 out of 5 Willems.
I am with you 100% right on the money, buddy. I
Yes.
think that's easily 4.5 bronze. It was good.
It was
And
very good.
yeah.
Let me-
They two guys that can both go. John Cena a little more when he wants to.
Yep.
And AJ a little more consistently, but they
Yep.
can still both go. And they wanted to have awesome match, and that's what they did.
Yep. It was very good. Very well paced. It was a little bit slow at the beginning. But there were a lot of really hard hitting moves. Like Cena was really kind of putting some stank on a lot of the shit that he was doing.
Especially that couple lariats he threw.
Yeah.
There was like Japan levels of stink on them.
Yeah, like the one after he like powered up a little bit, he like AJ went fast to the floor.
Yep.
That was really good. At the end it was a little bit finisher spam because they were just kind of trying to get through the end of the match. But it was very entertaining. I love that match. That's a very, very fun match for me. It's my favorite of this whole trilogy. For many reasons. Like the wrestling is very good. The way the story ended was very good. The way that like I can't say the way the story ended. The way that this match ended and the fact that it made up so that John Cena could tie the Ric Flair quote unquote record, but it was very good. There was a lot of good stuff going into this match, and a lot of good stuff came out of this match.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And the title added something to it.
Yep.
Which you can't say about all of the matches with titles in them, but
yeah,
this one it definitely added an extra level that the previous two just couldn't have.
Yep.
So, and the crowd was hot.
Oh man, it was so hot.
Thumbs up to the crowd. The crowd popped for every little thing.
They did a very good job.
Yes. Because crowds can make or break a show for sure.
Yes.
And this one definitely helped. Let's see what else was in that match that I liked. I liked the Code Red, obviously for those of you that have watched the whole thing. I talked about that for a little bit, but it was a nice Code Red.
Yep.
And he busted out the roll through AA.
The roll through AA
is a cool move, and
Yeah.
I wish he would do it more.
Yep. Well, it's kind of like his super finisher. Like if he can't kill you with one thing, he's gonna have to do that. That's his like how he's gonna do it at the end.
Well, it's kind of like the super duper finisher because
Yeah.
the super AA is a super finisher.
Yeah.
He's like literally a Super Saiyan. He's got like 18 different levels that he can go to if needed.
Well, I mean, I guess like in this regard, the roll through AA is Cena's version of a burning hammer, because it's only broken out when you absolutely cannot put the guy away, so he has to do it.
Wouldn't it be way better if he just had a fucking burning hammer on AJ though?
The my only gripe with this match, and it seems, I don't want to say it seems dumb, but my only gripe with this match is that there wasn't enough on the outside. There wasn't anything on the outside, I don't think. And I
Mm-mm.
feel like if you really want to bring the story and bring the emotion to a match like this, you have to do a little bit of outside work. You have to, you know, be a little bit more aggressive in that regard. If there was
Yeah,
a smidge bit more spectacle in this match, it would have just put it over the top.
yeah, yeah. I don't disagree with you at all.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, it was still probably the best match on the card.
Yeah.
Probably by far. I can't say with certainty, with the exception of the Rumble.
Yep.
Because if the Rumble was on a card with the top 5 matches of all time, it still might be the best match on the card
I
if it
I
was a good enough Rumble.
I remember particularly this Rumble was very entertaining. It was a lot of fun to watch. And my only gripe is that, like like we said earlier, coming down to the end, coming down to number 30, and then it came out as Roman, like, and then Randy Orton won. Like, the only bad thing with this match was, with the Rumble in this year, was the finish. Everything else was really fun. I think this was the year that Ty Dillinger came out at number 10.
You might be right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is, as long as he was in the dub, he should have always, that should have been a yearly spot.
Yeah. Because he didn't do it the year after this, and he didn't do it 2019.
Oh, I thought he did it twice.
I don't think so. I think he was only ever in one Rumble.
Huh.
I think. I may be wrong.
Not the point.
You're Mr. Research. You can figure it out.
Okay. To the Google machine.
No, we don't have time for that. We need to be more efficient with these review lengths.
Well, then, time. Well, no, I'm just kidding.
Well, fill time.
Let's see. I don't think I have anything left to say about this match then.
No, I thought it was very good. It was very entertaining. I am happy with it.
Happy with the match.
I am happy with it.
Of
Thumbs
all the emotions that Willem feels about this, the
Happy.
main one is happy. All right. Well, on that happy note, Willem,
Yes.
let's go ahead and bid adieu to our wonderful followers on Twitch
Yes.
who have come out to support us tonight. Thank you for everybody watching on the YouTube channel, the Spotify, all the audio stuff. If you haven't yet and you want to go, we have a Facebook page and Twitter and all kinds of fun things happening here at Baldy and the Beast.
Yes. Go check us out wherever we are available. Links to everything down below. Whether you're watching us on YouTube, whether you're watching us live on Twitch, whether you found us on any of our audio-only versions, you can find our links to wherever we're at, everywhere, plastered all over the place, because we need as much exposure as we can get.
Boom.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
So, what are we watching next Tuesday?
We decided this, and
Yes.
I forgot. Did you remember?
I think I did, but while you're looking for that, once again, we're going to reiterate, this coming Sunday is going to be a Bront-only solo stream, where he's going to be playing some game. I don't quite know what yet. Maybe next week after this, we'll actually have a Sunday stream where we're both on it together. But you know what? Sometimes it's fun to have a solo stream.
I think I'm playing the second. I'm gonna second part of This War of Mine.
Okay.
Because we did that on the pop up stream, which I am gonna try to do more in the future. Everything's kind of been a little weird right now, but
Yep.
I am gonna try to do pop up streams throughout the week, just randomly.
Yes. Did you do a
but I
pop-up
think-
stream?
What I did, or no, that wasn't a pop up stream.
No,
was
that
it?
was just that was a day of one of our episodes.
Okay. Well, announcement. I'm gonna be doing pop up streams.
There we go.
So make sure to tune into those when they happen. Just follow them on our Twitch, or you'll never know.
Yep.
So I hope everybody has a great rest of their day.
You didn't say what
And
match we're doing.
oh,
I'll
Bassett to
go.
Beach, 1996. We're going back to the formation of the NWO.
NWO.
It's gonna be. I don't think I've ever seen the match.
Neither have I. I've seen the
But
finish, and that's about it.
Yep, me too. So it should be interesting, just because I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yep. But
anyways, for the third and final time, Willem, would you like to officially bid adieu?
Adieu. No, thank you everybody for coming out. We are so happy that everybody's coming to see us. Like we said a million times already, check out all the links to wherever we're at, and we will see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.